is Harry Jacobson. I'm North 60 Gamer, and here I am coming from YK Tabletop Games and Eats at the Monkey Tree Plaza. North of 60 Gaming is now associated with the Board Game Cafe that Edward Butt has now opened. This is part of the Tabletop Cards and Collectibles family and the Coyotes family. We will be serving good food. We have about 250 games in our library, and it is growing, and a good collection at that. And today I want to talk about games, specifically when you're coming in, how do you choose a game? What kind of games will you be looking for? So I'm going to go down to the table and grab a couple of games, and we're going to go over the 4 types of games that we have here at the store and talk a little bit about what you can expect when you pick a game off the shelf. They're all color-coded in alphabetical order, and I want to make sure that you understand that what you're getting into when you play one of our games. And of course, I'll be here as we open to explain how the games work. So one of the first types of games we have here is a family game. Most of the family games are labeled with a blue dot. And the reason why they're labeled as a blue dot is that I want to be able to identify family games, and you can identify them easily on the shelf. This is a kids game, family friendly, plays in about 30 minutes because remember, when you have kids, it's 5 and up. So we want you to be able to come in and play with your kids. This is a wonderful game. I've played it a few times at cons with some friends. You can see that the hero score pads are coloring books, coloring. We have the rules. We have a nice big board. What I like about this is the big chunkiness of the cards. See, you can see, look at these. Aren't these wonderful? These are the gems. And big, huge minis for the kids so they can grab their hands. This is designed specifically for 5-year-olds and younger families, younger children of the family. Another thing that we do have here is a full version of Quest Kids, only it's a floor game. So it's exactly the same as this game, except you put tiles on the floor. And instead of the kids having little minis to move around, the kids move around the board, collecting and killing the monsters. So pretty neat game. And I would say, for me, this is a good 10 out of 10, well thought out game for a whole family. Ticket to Ride, we all know Ticket to Ride. This is what I've categorized as a green game. Some of these are family friendly. This is an 8+ game. Very easy to learn, 5 minutes to set up, about 30 minutes to play depending on the game, and probably about 5 minutes to clean up. Ticket to Ride is what I call a gateway game. If you've not played board games before, this is a game you want to play. Easy to pick up, and I can teach you this game. I love playing it, and you can watch plenty of videos on it. Maybe we'll do a quick video on it in the next little while. The game in this particular one, I think you're in the US. You can see there's a board. So Vancouver, Calgary, Seattle. This is North America, obviously. And you'll collect cards, and you can see the cards are a mess. This is not one of the games I've quite organized yet. But basically, you're going to take routes, and you're going to score routes that you built, like this one here, using cards with different trains and colors. And it's a set collection, and you'll lay your trains down on the map. This is a super fun game, and this is Ticket to Ride. This is a gateway game. We have lots of gateway games here at Tabletop Games. The next one up is a medium weight game. So this is not a heavy game. It is a medium weight game, easy to learn. It is a Euro style game. In other words, worker placement, resource management, where you're going to discover the lost ruins of Arnak. And you're going to climb up the various tracks, like the temple track. You're going to explore, fight monsters, travel, all to see who can be the best. It's also a deck builder. So part of the things you'll be doing is replacing and building cards into your deck to become even more powerful as an archaeologist. Medium weight game, if you're familiar with Euro style and deck builders, this one will be very, very easy to learn. I have taught non-gamers this before. It's not a hard game to learn, but this is a yellow game, and we have quite a few of these. A lot of our collection is basically family, blue, green, gateway or beginner games, and of course yellow medium weights. We have not gotten into a lot of heavyweight games. I really want you to come in and feel like you don't have to slog. You can come in, you can set this game up fairly quickly. It's not a 5-5-5 game. 5 minutes to set up, 5 minutes to learn, 5 minutes to play. It's probably about 10 minutes to set up. You can learn, if you play with me, we can just go and I can teach you pretty quickly how it works. A couple of turns and you should have this down pat. And I'd be happy to teach it to you. So come on in. Lost Ruins of Arnak is here for you to play. It is a medium weight game. Lastly, we have the red games. The red games are the heavy, crunchy Euro-style games. Not necessarily easy to learn, not necessarily easy to play, and not easy to master. This game here, this one is not the longest one we have. We do have CO2, which is a Vita Lasarda game, and anything that has Vita Lasarda's name on it is crunchy. It's a 45-minute setup, 2 to 3 hours to play, and then another 20 minutes, 30 minutes tearing it down. So you're in for a 4-hour game. Here you're probably in for at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It's a 15 to 20 minute setup. The play is probably an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then a 20-minute tear down. This is a great game. Now, this is a original version of the first edition that is in our store. This is not particularly valuable now that they have republished the bigger version, which I have in my personal collection. This is a fun game if you like railroad games. If you like lightweight railroad games, I do have a smaller Isle of Trains that you can play, which is a little small box game and easy to teach. I would say that's a good gateway game if you like railroad games. I also have Railways of the World. Now that is a green bordering on yellow game, quick to set up. Please ask me about it. I don't have the copies here because it's in my personal collection at home. I have the entire collection, it's a beautiful game. Railways, you can play Europe, you can play Asia, you can play North America, you can play South America, you can play, so lots and lots. Scale's great for 2 to 4 or 5 players. There's even a solo mode. But again, those are the 4 types of games that you're going to find in our store. Blue Family, Green Gateway, Yellow Intermediate, and red for crunchy. Oh my God, if you're not a board gamer, sit down. I can teach it to you if you're interested. But I do have some lighter weight of these that can help you transition into these. So one of the things I like to think when we're teaching games is that we can pull out games that have some of the mechanics in a game like this and sort of lead you to how to play a larger, harder game. Like, for instance, it takes Terraforming Mars. That is a huge Euro tableau builder, but I have the dice game and the foundations. I can teach you the dice games, then the foundations, then Terraforming Mars. Most of the concepts are in the first 2 games, so it would make the third game just that much easier, but it is a heavier game and it can go 2 to 3 hours. So thanks very much for watching. We're going to talk more about the types of games that we're going to find here in the YK Tabletop Games and Eats. But for now, that's what it's available to. Come on in, visit, talk to me.